I really enjoyed my school experiences. I'm serious. All of them were very. Alright, so not all of them were enjoyable. I mean, you know, every school is different, though. There are different things from each one. My high school was a really big one. Not the one I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Murrow, but I ended up at Midwood, so whatever. My first 2 years at Midwood, I actually had no friends except for the head of the physical education department, Miss Elder. However, she thought my name was Max, and I was too embarrassed to correct her. So, for 4 years, I've been called Max by Miss Elder, my one friend. At this garbage can, I was told by a very popular girl in school that everyone thought I was gay, which I took to explain why I had no success with women. However, I also realized that I also had no success with men, so I was very unpopular with both sides. Not that I wanted the men, but the women would have been nice. This is where my favorite kebab stand was, and I actually would always ask them not to give me tomatoes, because I didn't like tomatoes, but they would give it to me anyway. Clearly they weren't that good if they kept giving me tomatoes, and I was asking them not to. But the lamb was great. This dark alley is where I made out with Shane's ex-girlfriend. They weren't together at the time, but I feel terrible about it, particularly because it was an awful experience for me. I thought I was getting weed, and instead I got, an octopus sucking my face off. That was my first kiss. But soccer was great. I was on the school soccer team for 4 years. My coach would call me Froman, and I'd call him Schmuck. So it was a loving bond between us. I played bench warmer. I was very good at it, too. My dad came to every game, even though I didn't play. He said I stood very gracefully on the sidelines. I did play one time. My coach called me over and said, "Froman, get on the field." So I ran onto the field, like full of gusto and bravado, and the referee blew his whistle, and the game was over. So I played for 5 seconds that one time. But let's move on to middle school, because that was more fun for me. I think middle school was really great for me. It was in Park Slope. A lot of fun to go to the school. Something anti-Semitic happened to me here, and here. And dog fights happened here, along with anti-Semitism. My friends and I were big Lord of the Rings fans around this time, and we labeled different areas of our middle school to be Lord of the Rings places. For instance, this was Bree, and this here is Rivendell, where the elves lived. And this is where Mordor was. It doesn't look like Mordor now, because they fixed it up, but it used to be, glass shards and pavement and baby doll heads and stuff, but they cleaned it up, so now it's kind of a shire. My friends and I used to play handball as well, and we discuss the different girls in our class and who was hotter and who had the bigger set of boobs, because they were growing at this point in school. And we'd estimate how large their breasts were and how big our chances were with them. But we always exaggerated our chances a lot. But never the breasts, But let's go to my elementary school, because that was a lot of fun. And my elementary school was my favorite school, which makes me kind of sad, because when we showed up there, there's this now huge fence keeping me out. And it was dark, so we didn't get much footage. It's a little sad that I couldn't show you my elementary school playground, because that's really where I had my best times. But I guess it's fitting, because people should move on. They shouldn't linger in the past as much, and you should find your new playground instead of your old one, because the old one's locked, and it's got a pretty sturdy fence that you can't jump.